Hey, good morning, Andrea, Edward. My name is Nadeem, and please come in and sit wherever you want, wherever you feel comfortable. And can I get you some soda or water bottle or coffee? Okay. If you change your mind, feel free to ask me because I always have some extra supply of that. And a little coffee or tea makes my client feel awake during the session. Hey, thank you both for coming in today. And making the decision to meet with a counselor can be difficult. But it says a lot about both of you that you were willing to come in and meet with me. And I'm also thankful that you took the time to fill out my questionnaire. It gave me a chance before our session to learn about what you both do, your interests, and regular activities that you participate in. And Edward, I spoke to Andra on the phone last week and got a chance to get to speak with her a little. So I look forward to getting to know you better today. So tell me, Edward, I read that you are an engineer. What field do you specialize in?
Oh, I'm an aerospace engineer.
Oh, really? Planes or space systems?
But I actually am a rocket engineer. I work for space systems industry.
Awesome. One of our friends is an engineer. He's an aerospace engineer in the Air Force. And I never know what he's doing, some super secret stuff, classified stuff. But I know it has to do with rockets and satellites. Okay, well, before we get started, I want you to know that everything that is said in our session is kept in confidence. And secondly, I want you to know that I am here to help. Okay. If either of you have any other concerns or questions as we go along, please feel free to ask. And I'm also available via phone and email outside of the counseling sessions too. One other thing, if either of you becomes uncomfortable as we proceed, I want you to feel comfortable telling me so we can stop and take a different approach. Okay then, let's get started. Andra, we spoke last week about some of your concerns. Has anything of significance happened since we spoke last week?
No, not really. As I told you on the phone, my husband and I are constantly fighting on how to raise our son. It drives me crazy that I have to tell him 17 times to do something before he'll finally do it. And my husband, he seems indifferent to the whole situation when this happens. And now we can't even agree on whether we should give our son the medication for his obvious ADD symptoms.
Okay, thanks, Andra. Edward, I'm very interested in hearing from you. How do you see the problem at home?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm sick of fighting and arguing. Every time we start to talk about our son, it just escalates into a huge fight about everything else. Who does the laundry? Who's doing the bills? And to be honest with you, we never relax anymore.
So, tell me why this happens.
Once the kids are gone to bed, my wife is too exhausted to spend any time with us together. So we go off and she goes off and reads her school paper tests. And I go watch TV. I don't think I even rate on her scale.
Well, if you stepped up and helped out around the house or spent some more time making sure our son gets his homework done, maybe we'd have more time to spend together. Wait, I've got an idea. How about we give our son some of that ADD medication that he's supposed to have, and maybe things would be a little easier every night. I've already had meetings with his teachers and guidance counselors as well as his physicians. And they all agree with my assessment that he needs the medication.
Edward, is there a reason you resist treatment of your son's ADD?
I had ADHD ever since I can remember. And my wife knows this. My mother did a fine job raising me without ever needing to resort to medication. Why do we want to start him on some drugs that he's going to have to take for the rest of his life? You know, if you just spend some more time with him, you would be able to understand him better. My mother agrees that children with ADHD need a parent at home to guide them, to help them develop ways to deal with their attention challenges. My mother,
Your mother? Can you ever make a hard life decision without bringing your mother's name up? Let's get serious around here. I'm surprised you're even able to tie your shoes without calling your mother's name first. Oh my gosh.
Let's stop for a minute. And let's take a deep breath. Good. And how about if you sit back down?
do you see what I mean? We can't talk without fighting.
We need help.
I appreciate both of your inputs, and I would like both of you to take a deep breath. I also want you to know that your ability to recognize that your relationship needs some help is a huge step in the right direction. I get the impression that both of you are willing and ready to address some change in order to move your relationship back in a positive direction.
Yes.
Yes.